So Syed Ahmad Khan, he was a visionary. And remember that long time ago, he thought about the need for the Muslim community. And imagine that if we have a person like him more moving forward, what kind of impact would it have for minorities, particularly for Muslims? Because he was always thinking about the modern education. And if you think of modern education, it's thinking about how to make this Muslim community more competitive, because moving forward is going to be a worldwide knowledge-based economy. And in a knowledge-based economy, it's not just the competition at the local level, but also it's a competition at national and international level. So Muslims have to compete not locally, nationally, but also globally. And that was his vision, and he succeeded in that vision moving forward for the community. If you look at the history where we were before in terms of population and in terms of accomplishments of this university, as of now, we're number 2, at least in India. And if you think about the kinds of products that university produced, we have our alumni in about 94 countries as of 2016. And they are actually in all sorts of positions if you think about it, whether it is political positions that you have, all the way to the President of India, Vice President of India. If you look at all other sectors, particularly in business like myself, I'm the graduate, I left university over 30 years ago. I am in business, I have been pretty successful. And there are so many of our alumni who have been doing a great job overseas and also in India. So things are moving along. Obviously, we are not there to the level that we should be. And I think that's the kind of competitive environment we have to create. And that's the responsibility of the administration of this university and also the faculty who play a major role. And our role as alumni is that, whenever there is alumni meet like the one we are having now, we come here to actually stimulate the thinking and guide them through the proper channels to make sure that they head in the right direction. And that's the whole purpose of this. So I think the things are moving in the right direction, but it's still, we have a lot of work to do in terms of competitiveness and make sure that our students who graduate get a good job in a competitive way, whether it's locally here in Aligarh or nationally or internationally. See, in any society, this thing happens. And particularly if you are in a minority like us, about 14.6% in India, it's actually our responsibility to go out and communicate this message. So the thing that you are doing, for example, is very critical in terms of looking at the history of how this whole thing started and our contribution and getting the word out to other people who can understand the contribution. So it's our responsibility as well, being minority, is to promote the kinds of things that the university is doing, the kinds of contributions that our students are making, the faculty is making. So I think we should continue on this path of promoting the kinds of things that we are doing. When I was here at the university, I did my master's and also MPhil and PhD at that time. We didn't have the kind of student that we have right now. The university was small, but at the same time, we used to interact quite a bit and learn from each other. You heard this yesterday morning about the introduction and how seniors and juniors were working together. But the kind of environment at that time was a different environment that we have now. Back in 2008, we started this alumni meet where alumni from all around the world actually come and talk to students and offer the assistance, whether it is their subject matter expertise, the technical expertise, or the financial assistance that we provide, and also place them to appropriate departments and places and offer those kinds of things. In my time when I was here, none of those things were in existence. So the students who are enrolled here now have better chance to succeed. We have a placement office here. but we also now, the university has also created an office that is dedicated to communicate our university issues and challenges and opportunities with worldwide alumni that we have. So you see a lot of interaction, a lot more nowadays than it used to be when I graduated. Our current Vice Chancellor is very, very dedicated in terms of his commitment to this university, Zamiruddin Shah. And when he accepted the job, he decided that he wants to do something big for this university. And he set up a plan called Agenda 2020, or his Vision 2020, where he would like to see this university. So there were so many of those things that he set out. The most important among all was that he wants to see this university #1 in the nation by 2017. As of now, in 2016, we are #2. Okay? So his vision is that he is so committed for this university. He's committed to help our students. When he came to United States, we had a lot of conversation about his vision, and he was so dedicated in terms of his commitment to meet with other departments, universities there, and we personally visited so many of those universities, signed a memorandum of understanding to actually do some exchange program between university students here and university faculty over there as well. So from my point of view, looking from where I sit in the United States, I see a lot of positive things and the excitement in the university campus. That we are going to put together a plan in terms of what really needs to be done over the next 100 years. That will include the program for university infrastructure. We will also have a program specifically for students in terms of what their needs are. Sometimes we get some information from our university students talking about, particularly the engineering department, that they need some help in terms of their invention, innovation. Plus we have already some exchange program that we sponsor, bring our student here. Several years ago, we established an exchange program called Khurana Exchange Program, where we give out interest-free loan to our students, help them place at different universities in the United States, and when they graduate and they have a good job, then a certain percentage of that they use it to make the payment, and then we recycle those funds to bring those. We're going to expand some of those programs actually to bring even more students so that they have more opportunities. We have a training program and also some of the different programs that they have where we provide some other type of assistance as well. And we're going to do similar things for some faculty, because we believe that it's also important for faculty to actually visit learning institutions, higher education like United States, where they can spend some time learning about their curriculum and their activities as well. I think his vision has to be promoted. There is a misconception out there. A lot of people still don't know that this university, although the name is Aligarh Muslim University, but there are also other non-Muslims who are actually on the faculty and also students. And I think that's very critical to get the message out through your program to people to say, look, it's Aligarh Muslim University, but it is open to anybody who applies for it, and here's some database to show that. And I think that would be the biggest contribution that you can make as media folks.